A few new in pieces. What I did this week in New York City are the statement pieces in your closet, keeping you from your chicest self, and this week's fabulous finds. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Kura, and I believe that when you feel good, you look good. So on this channel, I show you how to take fashion and use it as a tool to help you look and feel your best. So if you are not new here, you know that this is a little different. I'm usually sitting at my desk in front of my big old camera, and I most certainly do not look like this. This week has been very crazy. I've taken out my braids. I had a lot of deadlines that I had to do, and I just didn't have time to sit down and do the first part of the video. And if you know anything about taking out braids, it can take days depending on your length and thickness of your hair and how small the braid is. Then you know you have to wash and deep condition and it's just a whole thing. And it took me days and I didn't get a chance to sit down. But instead of leaving you high and dry, I decided to do something a little different. Today we're going to start with the vlog portion first, and then we're going to talk about some interesting things. So I recently got back from Antigua. You saw in the last video where I was in Antigua. And the first thing we did when we got back home was go out for brunch. Hey girl, hey. This weather in New York City is glorious right now, and I'm so thankful for it because coming back from vacation from a tropical destination back to a concrete jungle is always hard. So thank goodness this weather is cooperating and makes me happy-ish to be home. So as usual, it's the weekend, so we just got back from brunch, which was spectacular. We've been to Saucony's many times, and just to sit outside in, again, the spectacular weather. I'm just trying to soak up every last bit of this warm summer weather. In a few short weeks, we won't be able to eat outside. We'll be cozy in our sweaters and our boots, and I will be reminiscing about days like this. Last night, a time was had. Jasmine and I, went to Danielle's house to celebrate her birthday. She is born in August, and she had a ton of her beautiful friends, mostly women over there, and it was just a great time. I didn't vlog simply because I don't want to intrude in people's space. It's her birthday party. I don't want to mistakenly vlog something and show where she lives, but just know that Danielle is hands down one of the best influencers that I've met in real life. I don't know if I've spoken about this before, but not all influencers are created equal. Some people suck. if I'm being very honest, Danielle is not one of them. She's a good time. Her decorations were phenomenal. She took care of every detail. The food was good. I'm talking mac and cheese, chicken, beef patties. Right, I mean, it was good. Okay, she did a phenomenal job, and it was just good to hang out with her and her friends and me and Jazz. So today we have to get some content. My husband again is in the store getting something. He's in the camera store getting something. I always feel like he wants to try something new. Again, if you have not followed me on Instagram, please do so. My goal and my plan is to get different content over there than what's on YouTube. That is definitely my goal. I just am trying to rearrange everything now, get some more eyes over there. So please, I appreciate it so much if you would go over there and follow me on Instagram. Outside of outfit inspiration and shots, I have so much more planned. As you see on my YouTube channel, my videos are different. I'm hoping to do the same. It won't be like my YouTube channel, but it will be different content. Just follow me over there. Again, I would definitely appreciate it. So anyway, we're gonna go get this content, and then hopefully we're gonna get into something fun. Days after that, it was Labor Day, and we decided to get out of the city, go for a little more quiet. I guess we didn't have enough quiet in Antigua. but we wanted a little more quiet. So we decided to go to Cape May, New Jersey, which was very interesting. I've been to Cape May before. They have some really historic places that we didn't go see this time just because I've seen it before. And I just wanted to kind of relax. If you haven't been to Cape May, there are a few things that you should go and check out. The Harriet Tubman Museum is there, which is really interesting. They have a shipwrecked boat that's still in the ocean. It's really cool. It's really interesting. But I didn't do any this time. I just wanted to go, or we just wanted to go and relax. Hey girl, hey. So we came to Cape May for Labor Day weekend. If you are from Brooklyn, you know how crazy Labor Day weekend is. So we need to get out the city for a little bit. So we came out to Cape May. I think we did this last year. We weren't, not for Labor Day, but we came out here last year and it was nice. We found this place that they call a cottage. I wouldn't call it a cottage. I don't know the stipulations for a cottage, but it is really cute. They had these beautiful little maybe trailers? I don't think they're trailers, but little houses on the property with these beautiful flowers. It's actually really relaxing. But we're going to get up now, get dressed. We're sitting on the porch for a while, and then we're going to do something that the city girl has never done. Breakfast, and then we're going to go whale watching. At this age and this stage of my life, I'm all about doing things that make me not a little uncomfortable, the things that I would not normally do. I'm not a whale watcher. You know, like I said, I'm a city girl, but we shall see. And of course, I want to take you guys along. I would definitely recommend staying in where I'm staying right now because, and I'll put the information, it was comfortable, it's clean, there has a pool over there. Yes, so I'll put the information in there. And yeah, I'm gonna sit out here for a little while longer and we are out. So staying here was very much a treat. It wasn't a big place, but it was clean, it was convenient, and waking up to the sounds of birds as opposed to sirens was definitely a treat for this New Yorker. I would absolutely stay here again. Just had breakfast at Elaine's, and now it's time to go look for some whales for 3 hours. What if, first of all, I am a beach person, but I don't know if I'm on the kind of boat sailing around for 3 hours person. Second of all, I'm not the best swimmer. Third of all, if you remember when I was on the boat from St. Martin to St. Bart's, I got really sick. So let's hope that we don't have those problems again. And third, fourth, what of all am I on? Anyway, the next thing is, or another thing is, what if you don't see a whale? We're on this boat for 3 hours. What if we just see water, which I've seen for 3 hours? What happens? Anyway, let's go look for some whales. Just city people out here doing stuff. We're just city people out here randomly doing stuff. One of the reasons why I like living where I live is because we have access to so many things, whether it is New England or it's Manhattan or just, home in Brooklyn. There's so much happening. So Cape May not being that far away as a little Rest and relaxation was just what we needed, even though we just got back from vacation. It was fabulous. And then just this past weekend, we wanted to go out and run around and do a whole bunch of things. I needed to get content, but it was raining, so I wasn't able to do all that I wanted to do. But one of the things that we love to do on a rainy day is go and listen to jazz. I know it feels weird to be going to a jazz club during the day, but once you get there and it's raining and you hear the sounds of the trumpet or the person singing against the sounds of the rain and you have a nice little drink, it is just so cozy and wonderful. Now don't get me wrong, Smalls is in fact small. It is tiny, but there's just something about it and I love it. Really it. Yeah, I couldn't even vlog this week because there was so much happening, but that's what happened. You're relatively caught up in that regard. But there is one thing I do want to kind of catch you up on. It's my 75 soft. If you're not following me on Instagram, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But on Instagram, I have been showing you my workouts. I've been showing you what I eat. And a few of you even tagged me. I've reposted you. We are going hard on this 75 soft together as a community, and I am loving it. If you are interested, go ahead and follow me over there, and we could do this together. Let's finish this year off right. So anyway, I did want to show you 2 pair of boots that I got. And in the next video, I will style them, but I want to show them to you first. One is from Stuart Weitzman, I told you I was going to get, and another pair is from Sam Edelman. So let me show you. So I did need a pair of ankle boots, and I wanted them to be comfortable and deep dark brown. And Sam Edelman is always a good go-to for affordability and quality. So this leather is actually pretty good for the $150, $60 I paid for these boots. They are comfortable because the heel is relatively thick and it's not too high. The brown clutch that I showed you guys that I got from Etsy works very well with this. It's not an exact match, but it works very well with these boots. I plan to wear it with a lot of things, but with a lot of boot cut jeans, because you know I'm loving that, and that's something that's on trend right now. And they also come in different colors. I was looking at a tan pair, but I think I'm going to get a tan pair of ankle boots from Schutz. We shall see. But I did want to show you these because these are a good price and a good option, and they are comfortable. And this box is just way too big for me to show you the whole box, so I'm just going to show you what's inside really. So again, in next week's video, I will be styling these and you will see them on. It's just not possible right now. There's too much going on. But these I showed you are from Stuart Weitzman, but I got them via Nordstrom Rack. One of you all told me about these and I jumped on them immediately because Stuart Weitzman's boots can be, you know, anywhere from $800 to $1,000. They're not inexpensive. So to get these on a extremely good sale, I think they were like 70% off. I don't remember the math. I'll leave them in the description box, but perfect. They also come in different colors. And what I like about them, even though some people might hate it, I like that they are a kitten heel. I have plenty of boots that have many inches that make me, you know, much taller, but I don't wear them as much. So to get something with a little bit of a heel that makes me feel good and looks good and still have that look is something that I've been looking for. If I could have found these in black, I would do those too. But yes, I will show you these on in next week's video in a little cute outfit. Again, I'll leave it in the description box. And I actually just got this in. This is probably not the best way to show you. Again, you know, my videos are usually a lot cleaner than this, but it's just been a busy week. I did want to show you this fragrance I got. I don't want to mispronounce it, so I'm going to put it. But this beautiful scent is what I imagine a bride to wear on her wedding day. It's very, very pretty. It's a very pretty and pleasant scent. If you are a person who loves a strong, overbearing kind of scent, this is not for you. This woman that wears this, I imagine to be very soft and gentle and dainty, and I love this very much. I have a plethora of different types of fragrances, and this one to me is an easy everyday type of scent that makes you just smell pretty. So the top notes are orange blossom, the middle notes are amber and jasmine, and then at the bottom they have bourbon, vanilla, and sandalwood. And I love sandalwood. So this is just a really pretty feminine scent. I don't know, I really enjoy these type of fragrances. So this New York Fashion Week, Brandon Maxwell actually showed this beautiful denim bomber jacket situation, and though I couldn't find exactly that or something exactly like that, for some reason it sent me on a goose hunt, a wild chase to find an interesting denim jacket, and I found this one, which I think is pretty interesting and relatively cool, right? I love that it has the high neck, which is very much on trend right now. The way that it buttons, the asymmetrical button, I think is really cool. It's not super expensive, which I love. That's the best part. But if you are a denim person and you love something a little more different than just a random denim jacket, I thought that this would be absolutely phenomenal. There's so many ways to style this, whether it's with other denim or a black skirt or a skirt or wide leg pants, or even pairing it with something lacy to, you know, play with juxtaposition a little bit. I think this is just a perfect example of how I would possibly use my debt. Whereas the Brandon Maxwell jacket is probably super duper expensive, and this one is much more affordable, and it's a similar vibe. Actually not exact, but definitely still gives that really cool girl or guy factor. This whole suit is from Calvin Klein, which very much speaks to all the other Calvin Klein kind of ethos and their brand identity. It's clean, it's modern, it plays with a little bit of masculine and feminine energy. Like, this is amazing to me. I love this. I would probably definitely add some femininity to it with maybe a clutch and like a lace top underneath it and some big earrings. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. These are from Frankie Shop. Now, I told you a lot about how leather and suede are going to be a little more easily more accessible this year, but if leather and suede is just out of your price range and you want to look for something that is full leather, these from Frankie Shop, though not super duper cheap, honestly, but they are much cheaper than what a real leather pair of pants would be. The cut of these are phenomenal. It's a trouser, faux leather pant, amazing. The color is phenomenal, which is another big color you want to look for every fall and winter, really. But particularly this fall because it's going to be more accessible. This beautiful olive green color, stunning, stunning, and stunning. Another option, if you don't want to spend that much money on the Frankie shop, these are $100 less and they are at Mango. Still that wide leg trouser option. Oh, I love these so much. If they were in leather, can you imagine? Could you even imagine? But them being in faux leather is definitely still nice. I like the price better on these. These are going to be everywhere, right? But because they're going to be everywhere, they're probably also going to sell out because these are something that people are going to be looking for. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that if you were looking for something like that, with faux leather and sticking with Mango and also sticking with this beautiful color. This skirt is also a fabulous option if you don't want to wear real leather, whether you are vegan or if you just don't want to spend that money. This is a great option and it can be paired with so many things. I love how they paired it with this jacket, this cropped trench jacket, which is also a big trend right now. It's lovely. I would wear that today if I had it. This is also from Mango and it goes with that bomber jacket but also brown trend that we are looking for. It is really, really cool. The neck on this is top notch. I love that it also looks really cool when it is unzipped. I also appreciate the fact that they paired it with these oversized 90s inspired earrings because the whole look is giving, flashback to the 90s and the early aughts. So that's something that was just phenomenal. But if you are looking for something that has a little more quality, but you also want to, save some money or not spend too much money, this is from Reese, believe it or not. This is, I believe, cashmere and cotton. I'll put it in the description box. Two beautiful natural fabrics for $109. In fact, if you go to Reese and you go to their sale section, their outlet section, they have some great finds and some really good things with some beautiful natural fibers that are gorgeous and that are a really, really good price. So these, I know guys, I'm always talking about boots, but these are from Zappos. They are Stuart Weitzman, but they are from Zappos. And let me just be clear here. I know I just got a pair of boots, but mind your business, okay? Thanks. These boots are actually $330. Now, to say that is, that's still a decent amount for some boots, as opposed to Sam Edelman that are probably $100, But these were originally $1,100. So from $1,100 to $330, that's like 70% off. These are over the knee boots. They also come in another color, but the other color is a little more expensive because it's in brown suede, which is very trendy right now, so they can charge more. But these are over the knee, which is another thing I wanted to talk about, which is a trend. I mean, let's be honest, we wear over the knee boots often, but it is definitely another trend that will be happening this year. Chloe just came out with some beautiful over the knee boots that were $2,500, something like that, anywhere between $2,000 and $3,000. So to buy these for $300 is such a steal. I love that the heel is not too high. I had to show you. I'm going to put it in my cart first because you'll be buying stuff. And yes, it's a fabulous, fabulous sale. I love sunglasses. And if you've been with me for a while, you know that I love sunglasses. And I haven't gotten like a new pair in a very long time. I've kind of rolled back a little bit on my sunglasses, but I'm in the market for more. But anyway, these are inexpensive. These are very much on trend, that shield sunglasses, and these are just from Free People. They're $30. They have different colors, different options if you don't like these two colors. I believe they just have like a standard black as well, but these are very, very much on trend. So we are entering trench coat season, and I love a trench coat, but I was really looking for something that's a little different. I have a black trench coat that's cropped. I have a long, standard Banana Republic type of trench coat, but I wanted something that was maybe a little oversized that I can wear with like some black pants and like a nice blouse, just oversized or just different. And this one, though it is standard, from the front, if you look closely, the flap or the lapel has a double flap, very interesting. Also, the back has this beautiful wing. It's just very different. It's intriguing, and I'm thinking about getting something like this, or I'm still on the hunt. There's no rush for this one, but I'm definitely still on the hunt. This sweater looks very much like an old Isabel Marant sweater. If you are an elder millennial fashion girl, you know the sweater I'm talking about. The sleeves, it is not exactly, but it's giving that same type of vibe, and I love it. I love the navy blue. There's also this lighter blue, and I believe it comes in black, but the black was, it was all right. The navy blue and this blue gives it a little more oomph, if you will. In addition to this Isabel Marant adjacent sweater, I think the pants are really cool with this look, don't you think? I'll link those below too. I just love this whole thing, giving cool girl vibes, and I can appreciate it. You are not a cool girl, but you're more like maybe a laid back, or maybe even like a Kate or Totem type of girl, which I guess can be considered cool. You like a little more minimal. You don't want anything too over the top, but you also don't want to spend a lot of money. This coat in someplace else would be more expensive, but I'm believing because it's not 100% wool. So let's be clear there. It's not 100% wool. That's why it's only $129. But if you are looking for the look and, want this vibe, it's on ASOS. I think it's a beautiful option, and I will leave it in the description box. So anyway, you guys, that is this week's Fabulous Fashion Finds. What a hodgepodge of a video today, right? I have so much going on, but I still found time to go shopping. Isn't that just like me? SMH, that's just like me. I'll see you guys next time. Are your statement pieces ruining your style? Do they add or do they detract from your overall style? I actually follow a few Substacks, but one of the ones that I love is this one from Garance Door. If you are a old school fashion girl, you know her from, the early 2010s maybe. She was one of the OG fashion bloggers, right? She was a photographer. She was very well known in the fashion space. And up until a couple of years ago when she kind of backed away, which a couple of women that I will talk about in another video have done the same, have kind of backed away a bit from the fashion space. She still has a Substack, a very fashion-led voice, and I just find her to be incredibly interesting. In one of her Substacks this week, entitled The Note 59, she does these notes. She gives you a little blurb of her ideas or her thoughts. In this Substack, it starts off with this quote: "I don't cook, but my wardrobe is like mayonnaise. Everything gets incorporated slowly, folded in until it all works together." She goes on to talk about how she is done wearing statement pieces because she felt like she was wearing a costume. She gives an example of this outfit that she wore in, I don't remember, maybe 2000, and I don't remember the same year, but in a past fashion week where she looks back at it and is almost embarrassed, right? So you see she has this hat with a feather. She has these clunky shoes, of course her camera because she was a fashion photographer, but she looks back at this picture and is not impressed. She says that she never wants to wear hats again with feathers. She never wants to wear high heels, and she definitely doesn't want to wear it bags anymore. She contrasted this photo of her on her way to one of the shows with a more recent picture where she's wearing a more subdued, and in my opinion, perhaps a little more chic of an outfit. And I say in my opinion because you might have preferred the first picture. I definitely preferred the latter. She goes on to tell you where everything was and what her philosophy is about how she dresses and so forth and so on. If you are a fan of her, go and look at her Substack. It's actually very interesting. So this got me thinking about how, sometimes when you are looking at people, or even just at Fashion Week, where people don't necessarily pull off an outfit where it looks natural and it looks a bit more costumey. And we see that as outsiders, and we wonder if we should have these pieces as well, whether it's an over-the-top pair of sunglasses or, an over-the-top coat. Unless this is your style and you wear this every day, don't mind anything I'm saying, because that's different. I feel like if that's naturally your style, that makes a difference. But everyday people that are teachers, your doctors, your lawyers, your mothers, you work at, the grocery store, you work at the bank, these statement pieces are not going to fit well into your life. It also doesn't mean that you can't look amazing, right? So what I'm wondering is if a lot of times folks are watching, example, Fashion Week, and deciding that this is what you have to have in order to be fashionable. Personal style comes from so many things. I wonder if a lot of us are losing that and we end up looking like we are wearing costumes. That's not my words. That was her words, all right? But I also kind of understand what she's saying. I have plenty of pictures that I look back on and say, who was that? Where was I going? And why was I wearing that? Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be boring, because the second picture of her might be boring to some people, even though I think it's extremely chic. What I am saying is that we have to find what works for us. It doesn't have to be what your favorite influencer is wearing. Sometimes what your favorite influencer is wearing needs to stay on their body, right? You don't have to do that. They sometimes, not all the time, are in a different world. You are going to work. My point is, I'm wondering, as you look in your closet, if you are a person that loves statement pieces, are your statement pieces making you look like you wear a costume, or are they adding to your overall style? So anyway, you guys, the sun is going down and I have got to finish editing the video right now that you're watching. So again, sorry, this video was a little weird, a little different. I just didn't have the time. But next week we are definitely back to normal. We're back to normal. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you in my next video.